Hi, my name is Liz Hathaway and this is my astrological look at the week ahead. That's the week starting Monday the 27th of January 2020. So I think this week, certainly one of the themes of this week could be in a relationship, a storm in a teacup. Why do I say that? Well, we have Venus in Pisces at the moment. So Venus is here in Pisces, very romantic, very idealizing love. It's very much about selfless giving. It's very much about being there completely for the other person. And yeah, that element definitely of idealizing love and idealizing a partner. This beautiful Venus, where it's in the sign of its exaltation, of course, when it's in Pisces, is squaring Mars in Sagittarius. Mars in Sagittarius is a trailblazer. He wants to be out there, searching for new horizons. It's a very sociable Mars. It's a very, wants to get together with others and, hammer out philosophical issues and share ideas. And, it thinks big and grand, and it's a little bit sloppy, and it's running in its own direction. So we have these two planets at the moment, both in mutable signs, mutable suggesting change. It's not so stable as the fixed signs. Mutable, it's all shifting around, the ground under the feet, things are moving, but they're a different element. They're both Jupiter ruled, that's true, but they're different elements. So fire is, in a way, not so sensitive to Venus in Pisces, because fire is very much engaged with himself. What I'm doing, the big plan that I have. And this can leave Venus in Pisces feeling a little bit forgotten, a little bit left on the side, a little bit dissatisfied. And Neptune's in the picture. So it's not just a Venus, Mars square, which, can be dodgy. There's tension there in the relationships because both these planets are looking now at this point in their cycle for different things. But Neptune's involved, which has an unfathomableness to it. And there's that sense always with Neptune of disappointment, disillusionment, that sense of things being out of your hands, out of your control. You can't mold it. Neptune's like sand on the beach. It just runs through your fingers. So that adds a level of complexity. The good news is Venus and Mars, both in Jupiter-ruled signs, Jupiter currently in Capricorn. I think despite this sort of storm in a teacup where both these planets, both these sort of male-female energies need to reassess where they are in this relationship, need to reassess, what do we share, what shared values do we have, what shared philosophies do we have, where are we together on this page. I think so that there is a crisis, but I think because of that Jupiter in Capricorn, because of the shared fundament in a certain way, certain things that both planets are interested in, I think it's going to be, certainly in a personal relationship area, in the area of where personal relationships are concerned, we're looking at a storm in a teacup. It'll blow over. It'll be by the weekend, by the time Venus gets into the sextile with Pluto on Sunday, there's already a sort of new fundament coming in. There's been some kind of a breakthrough there. But certainly the beginning of the week, and certainly when Moon is in Pisces, there's a definite sense of a kind of a crisis hanging in the air. Collectively as well, Neptune is of course about shipping, it's about waterways, also about movies, Hollywood films, movie stars, breakups, Moon square Venus, as Mars, square Venus as well, could be, the breakup of some well-known couple or something like that, in terms of trouble at sea, issues with shipping, quarrels over waterways, disputes as well with Mars Neptune, which can kind of it's a bit like they can be kind of quite heated, and then it all sort of falls into the ocean. It all disappears, dissolves, the energy kind of goes it's sort of over. So a storm in a teacup, I think, as opposed to a full-scale bust-up. If you think of it in terms of military, I always think like Mars in Sag, square Neptune, he's marching forward, but, it's marching forward through water or through mud. It's not easy when this fiery Mars meets this watery Neptune. Good news on Wednesday, moon comes into Aries. Aries is very open. The moon in Aries is very direct, very expressive, very honest. It doesn't hold back. What you see is what you get. This is what I'm feeling, puts it out there. This emboldens Mars, so there's these two planets suddenly in fire. Mars is, feels galvanized and has support from the moon. Moon trine Mars on Friday. Yes, we can get a lot of things done because Mars in Sag is a multitasker for sure. But then we get moon square Pluto, square Saturn. So there's that element there of self-discipline. Moon, Aries is very good at starting. It can be really incredibly inventive and genial. But, you have to kind of have that Saturn-Pluto, that Capricorn thing, which says, slow down a bit. Let's kind of let some of these ideas crystallize. Let's put a bit of flesh on them. Let's get it a bit more solid. Let's sort of work on it a bit. So it slows the moon down, and then moon sextile Mercury, last aspect then on Friday. Saturday, moon moves into Taurus, conjunct Uranus, sextile the node on Saturday. So there's always, again, that little bit, Uranus is, moon's getting used to Uranus now when it's in Taurus. That little bit of a shudder there when it passes over Uranus. But on Sunday, we have Venus sextile Pluto, which is, great. It's the re-establishment of a relationship on a new fundament. It's a transformation in some way. It's an honest reappraisal of things because, Mars in Sag as well. It's about honesty, being honest towards each other, towards other people, towards, those, look to where your own chart is, which house is Venus in, which house is Mars in your chart, what kind of themes are coming up there. But we see on Sunday as well, we have then the moon trine Jupiter, sextile Neptune, and trine Pluto. Very stable moon in Taurus, picking up on those really solid, entrenched Capricorn planets. So there's a sense of, real sense of strength and power through this mini crisis that we might have in a significant relationship this week. Thank you for listening. Have a great week. Bye.